Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CSGO Clutch Podcast. My name's Adam Cohn, and I'm your host, joined by the returning Dan Welch. Dan, what's going on, buddy?
Not too much, Adam. Had a long day at work, a little tired, but I am so pumped for tomorrow. We have 3 games all at 1 o'clock, so we'll know right away if we cashed our lineups, which is cool. And 3 games going on at once is just, that's incredible.
It's going to be
So,
fun. So,
yeah.
speaking of that, so we'll do a quick recap of yesterday's slate. It went okay. So, I said Fun Plus Phoenix could upset big, and they did. It took 3 maps, but it happened. Xantares went ham. Well, not so much ham, but he did really well on yesterday's slate. Blame F, Poison, Complexity against Renegades was just a lock. And Heroic OG actually win 3 maps, which was kind of not surprising, but I thought with the way Heroic were playing, they had a chance to go 2-0. But no,
Yep.
I like this. So we have a interesting slate of games to say the least. One game I want to watch, a couple others that are interesting, and one has playoff implications, whatever we want to call it here. So let's go over that real quick, Dan. So we got Heroic currently in Group A, sitting here in first place at 4-0. We got Complexity sitting at second at 3-1. If Complexity lose to Heroic tomorrow, they will be 3-2. My guess is they're still going to make the playoffs because they have the highest next record, and there's no way either Fun Plus Phoenix and OG, since they're playing each other, we can't have them both getting 3 wins. Big can only get as high as 2, Renegades as high as 1. So I think Complexity have pretty much locked up a spot to get to a play-in. So let's go back on how these are done again. So the group stage, we have every group playing each other. All matches best of 3. Group winners are proceeding to the play-in proceeding. The group second and third place teams are going to advance to the round of 12. If we go down to our bracket. So where's the play-in stage? Here we go. It's to the side. Missed it. So here we go. So let's say Heroic win. And then we have someone here from Group A. I'm just going to say FaZe Clan win, right? It'll be Heroic versus FaZe Clan. Winner of this. Look at this. The winner of the play-in gets all the way to the semis. They skip the round of 12, the round of 8, the quarters. That's huge. That is so huge. You are one match away from the grand final. That's huge. So
Yeah.
I think Heroic may have it locked up, at least a playoff spot. So Complexity, I think, have locked up a playoff spot. We have OG versus Fun plus Phoenix on this slate, which will be interesting. That's going to be a fight for a possible playoff spot. We've also got Big versus Renegade, so it's going to be fun to see who gets that other playoff spot. And don't hold me to this, folks, but I do think Complexity have one of the playoff spots locked up. Now, with that being said, let's head into the slate. And the first game on the slate is one I am really looking forward to seeing. It is Heroic, my boys, the undefeated Heroic. Sorry, fanboy. Uh, they became my favorite team last year. I mean,
I remember.
they're awesome. Yes, because I sometimes wouldn't shut up about it. Um. Anyway, we have Heroic versus Complexity. This is the best game on the slate. Just to watch. Like, I don't even care so much about DFS. This is the best game on the slate to watch, period. And we have some interesting pricing here on the slate, Dan. Talk to me about Heroic. What are you doing with this team?
Um, yeah, I think we have options within this game. I mean, Stound's been, it's a decent price for Stound. He hasn't been the elite Stound that we've seen in the past. I mean, Shush is like going crazy, and his price finally dropped, so that's interesting. And I think people might be attracted to that just because of how he's performed. And I mean, Tess in my opinion, Tess is at 6,000 is luck. I mean,
Too cheap.
like you,
Look
yeah,
at
you can't.
refresh,
I mean, even
5,000.
refresh it. Yeah, but I mean, I guess that depends on what the rest of your build is too, because I mean,
So he didn't do
money.
well against OG. Let's just get that out of the way. He didn't do well yesterday. He was 34 and 41. Okay, so he didn't
for
do well against
5,000,
them.
that might be enough.
35 points isn't going to get you there.
No.
Now, on the other hand, 55. He was 44 and 33. That'll get you there. 53,
Hmm?
51. That'll get you there. 36 and 34. That'll get you there. So again, here's the thing about OG. They can cause fits for some teams because they're so well balanced. They're not super aggressive, but they're not super passive. They're like a defense that's tough to play against. They play a lot of good Counter Strike, and they. I guess the best way to
Mm.
say it is they just cause fits for certain teams. So I'm gonna kind of write that off, but I'm not gonna write it off completely. Refresh at 5,000 sticks out to me, but again, this is complexity. This is with the Juggernaut, the Colossus. I forget which one of Complexity
Juggernaut.
and Cloud9. Okay, Complexity is the Juggernaut. Complexity is the
Cloud9's
Juggernaut.
Colossus.
Cloud9 is the Colossus. Okay, right. That's what I thought. Um, so I mean, this game's gonna. I would say it's gonna go 3 maps. There's a good chance we could get to an overtime in this game. Again, you don't play DFS to get in overtime, but this is going to be the best game to watch. It's going to be the most, in my opinion, the most competitive, and everyone is appropriately priced. KD and 8200 sticks out to me. Blame off sub 9,000 really sticks out to me. Is it wrong of me to say that I think this is a trap? I think Blame F's a trap tomorrow.
Of course. Um, I have been caught in the blame F trap many a time. But I've also been caught in the blame F trap of a fade, which then he goes crazy.
I think it's a poison day.
So I think we're gonna get Mirage, and they like Mirage.
They do like
and
Mirage.
and that's good for opping. So yeah, I mean
I personally don't
poison.
like Mirage. It's not one of my favorite maps. It's right up there with Dust 2 for me as not my favorite maps. I'm just saying.
I kind of like Mirage. I don't. I mean, I hear you. I mean, it's pretty spread out. So
I'm a big
um,
fan of Overpass and Train. I like Train. It's a fun map to play. I'm also a big fan of Nuke. Anyway, that's besides the point. The people are here for the DFS, not to listen to what kind of maps that we like. Um,
no,
Here's the thing when I think of Blame F. Against Heroic, against Cadian, who's been on fire. So, Blame F the IGL for Complexity, Cadian the IGL for Heroic. Cadian the Opera for Heroic, and Poison the Opera for Complexity. Look, here's the deal. When we talk about high fragging IGLs, the first 2 names that come to mind for me are these 2. It's Blame F and Cadian. They're the
yep,
first 2 that come to mind for high fragging IGLs. I think this game is going to be very
definitely.
competitive. I think there is a very good chance this match is very even. I don't know if we see one player that goes off in this matchup. Is that bad to say?
No, I think that's very reasonable.
I just
And
think
I do.
I just think they're so evenly matched. We could just see even stats or like somewhat even throughout all the maps.
Yeah, I mean, we've watched many a competitive Counter Strike match, and I don't recall one that was super competitive that was also a blowout. I mean, maybe one map, maybe the last map could be a little lopsided, but generally they're tight. And it's almost like you get there's like a feeling that it's close. Sometimes you just watch it and you're like, oh my god, they're
Yeah.
done. But yeah,
So
I'm hoping that that's the case tomorrow because it is way more enjoyable.
yeah.
Um,
So here's the deal with these
so
guys. My GPP play on this slate is Poison.
okay,
It's a gut call. I think Poison is starting to look like himself. If Poison has figured something out and can be somewhat consistent, he's dangerous as a Counter Strike player. He is an
yeah,
on point scary opper. Because I think it was in today's match. I think it actually was on Mirage, as a matter of fact. He's hanging out in Connector, and I think gets a 3K with some of the quickest scope shots I've seen in professional Counter Strike. It didn't even look like he scoped at one point, just no scoped the guy.
mm,
Like, he's on point. So I really think he could cause fits for Heroic. I think it poisons my GPP call on the slate. I'm just getting that out of the way with now. I know we like to save that for the end, but still. Um, I just think Poison could have a really big day. If you're MMEing on this slate, and Dan, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're MMEing on this slate, I think you want to have exposure to both of these teams. Everyone on every team, with the exception of Rush. No disrespect to Rush, you needed like Rush and Showdown today. Rush did well against Renegades. Heroic are not Renegades. I think you should get
Yeah,
exposure to everyone except for Rush.
yeah. He entries on Mirage on T side too, so I think into the B site generally, and that can be a little high risk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't play Rush. But then there you go. I mean, that might be a good reason to play him
Mm-hmm. Now, if you
because
guys out there, if you have strong convictions about playing one of the other team, like if you really think Heroic do well and you think Heroic get there, play Heroic. Vice versa, if you think Complexity get there, play Complexity. Dan, any final thoughts on this game, dude?
no, I really hope that it is as close as we expect. I am a little worried for complexity just because there's something that doesn't quite add up like with them. Like heroic, I look at them and I'm like, yep, they're solid. Complexity, I'm just like, I mean, they could lose to big, you know, they could lose to FBX, like, and I
Right.
think it's map related. I'm guessing that they haven't had enough time with JKS to rep all the maps as much as the other teams. So, but I hope it's competitive. I'm just gonna say that. I'm good.
Cool, man. All right, here's the deal. We get the next game on this slate. It's Renegades versus Big. And, man, this is going to be a ton of fun. This is really going to be a ton of fun. This is okay. It's not gonna be a ton of fun. Big 2-0 Renegades. All right. Big 2-0 to Renegades. Fade Renegades. Play all the big. Is there anything else you have to talk about?
I mean, I probably would target Searson.
I mean, we've seen Renegades for
Maybe.
4 days at this point. I don't think they've won a
Yeah,
map yet.
I don't think they have. No.
All right. So with that being said, all five of big are in play. If you want to take a shot at anyone on Renegades, um, it's ins and hats for me.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit of Malta at 4,400, but I wouldn't go crazy with Renegades.
No.
Bigger playing. I believe they're still playing for a spot in the playoffs. I will say this about Tapson's price. Tapson has been playing great lately. 9,000 for me. It's a tad too high for him. Hopefully, if you play him in GPPs, hopefully that keeps his ownership down a little bit. Xantaris at 7,600 might be uber chalk on this slate.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't think it's a good spot for Tabson, anyways. So the price doesn't justify the potential. Um, because I mean, he typically clutches if their team's doing if they're doing bad. And that's when he can really perform well for
Agreed.
DFS purposes.
All right.
I mean, not that he's bad, just or that he doesn't perform. I just think that that's where he can really hit his ceiling.
Absolutely. All right. There's nothing to see there. I mean, like I said,
No,
at this point, we've seen what we've seen out of Renegades. They were work in progress. They've gotten a lot of exposure. They're only going to get better. But there's a lot of there's
yeah,
work to be done on Renegades. And again, we've seen what we've seen. Now, if Renegades upset us, fine. Uh, on to the next slate. But I think I mean I kind of feel bad for Renegades if they can't even win one map in this.
I'm happy that they got into a bigger tournament. I mean, they've been
Agreed.
stuck in those Asia Pacific. They play Order and Avant like every week. And I think Avant is done now. So
I mean, it'll be.
yeah, I'm
It's definitely some better exposure for them, for sure. All right, last game on
yep.
the slate. Playoff implications. OG versus Fun Plus Phoenix. Man, Fun Plus Phoenix started looking really good today. Like I think this team is starting to click, but then again, the it's weird to say that because four of these guys have been playing together for a while. Sonny's a stand-in. I don't know if he's going to be a permanent addition to the team. I have no idea. Um, let's talk about OG. Let's talk about how Valdez 8,400, Montu 7,400. Uh, let's also talk about the big, not so much of an elephant in the room per se. Nico should be playing in this game. I'll say that right now. I couldn't find any news prior to recording this podcast tonight that Nico
Should.
wasn't playing. He only couldn't play against Heroic because he's still technically on Heroic because he's benched and he was just a stand-in. So I think it was some sort of a conflict of interest or whatever the article said. Again, go over to hltv.org, check the news before the slate starts. Maybe we'll have an idea before lock. But I think Nico plays. And Nico at 6,400 against Fun Plus Phoenix is very interesting to me. I do think this is a Valde goes absolutely ham day.
Hmm. I gotta disagree with you, Adam.
That's okay. You can
Um,
disagree with me. I mean, you're wrong, but you can disagree with me. No, I'm kidding.
no, no, I think where you were headed in the beginning with FPX starting to click is more what's the right word? I think we're gonna see more of that tomorrow. Um,
I mean, it's very possible. Both of these teams, I believe, are playing for the last playoff spot. And again, there's a good chance the Big could take the playoff spot. I don't exactly know the ins and outs of how the point system works to a T, but I do know OG versus FunPlus Phoenix, both 2-2. Someone's going to be 3-2 tomorrow.
yes, definitely.
So,
There's no ties in Counter Strike.
nope. All right. So with that being said, are you playing anyone on OG tomorrow? For me, it's Valde, then Mantu, uh, Nico, and then Issa. Issa at 4,600 sticks out to me. I actually might like him over Nico, but I think Nico just has more talent.
Yeah, I'm probably wouldn't put Nico in just because of the chance that he doesn't play.
That's totally
Um,
fine. That is 100% fine. If there's a chance MBK plays again, anyone that has Nico, those lineups are done.
right,
That zero's not getting you anywhere.
right. So if I did anything, it would be I think that I would probably just play a one-off, either from one from OG and one from. I mean, a max of one from this entire game, from either FPX or OG.
So you basically want to go like 2 3 man stack big and
Yeah.
just
Yep.
and fill in the rest from there.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
definitely not bad. For me, I'm probably second confident in OG on this slate. That's my again my own personal opinion. I think Valde goes off. I think Mantu also. Well, I don't think he goes as high off as Valde. I do think it's a good spot for Mantu. Definitely a way better opera than Farlig or Farley. Um, Mantu at
Get right.
7,400. He's under 8,000. I will be playing Mantu.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I mean that kind of
I
sucks.
honestly, I think it's either or,
Yeah,
either Mantu or Garlic for me.
yeah. So now let's flip over to the other side of things. I think that pretty much sums up OG. Like, you're not playing Alexi B, right?
No, no.
Yeah, I'm not either. Again, Issa 4,600. He is sticks right out to me as a great value play on the slate. Fun Plus Phoenix. Talk to me about them. Zen 8,600.
Uh, I mean,
Didn't
I
do
didn't
that
get
good
to
today.
uh, what Zen didn't do that good today.
Nope.
No, it was a Madden day,
It wasn't Madden day.
and then yeah, and then Farlig towards the end. And my $1 lineup, I had Farlig, Stico, and Zen.
Oh
And I
yeah.
always played Madden and Zen together, so that was a little frustrating. But
Oh good.
yeah. Um,
Who you playing from
sorry, I
Fun
just.
Plus Phoenix?
Oh yeah, so it would probably be Madden and Zen, or just a Farlig. Um, I think that that they're gonna win. So,
Okay. That
but
that
even in a loss, either if you did a one-off from either side, kind of hedge your risk in this match because I think it really could go either way. That
Cool.
a one-off could be okay.
I like it. All right, folks. So to
Yeah.
quickly recap this slate, uh, big are the obvious choices to build around. Right, Dan? I think that's pretty easy. I have to say on the slate.
Yeah.
And then again, of the heroic versus complexity and OG versus Fun plus Phoenix, pick who else you guys listening to this, whoever you feel comfortable with. Like right now, if I had to pick, big I obviously feel the most confident in. OG probably second, and then I'm probably finishing filling out my lineup with heroic or complexity. With that being said, Dan, core play on this slate. Core value and GPP, one of each.
Core play is going to be Mr. Searson.
I like the call. I like the call.
Value will be Tessus.
Tessa. Yeah, Tessa 6,000, definitely too cheap. And give me a GPP play.
Uh, JKS, just because I'm staring at his name right now,
There you
and
go. Hey,
actually
listen,
I do think
JKS has been
it'll be good.
playing really good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Core play for me on this slate is Valde. Um, actually, I'll give you two: Valde and Xantares. But telling you Xantares tells you nothing. Um, Xantares is 7,600 and someone you want to play a lot of.
It's gonna
Valde
be
for
so
me.
chalky.
I just got a really good gut feeling about Valde today, or on this slate rather. And value play for me, I'm going to go back down here to Isser at 4,600, second cheapest player on the slate. Should not be this cheap against Fun Plus Phoenix. I really like Isser in this matchup. And I already told you my GPP play was Poison from Complexity. I think there's a good chance this is a ceiling Poison day. With that being said, give me a team stack you like. Okay, hang on. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'll make this interesting. Team stack not named big.
Team Tech, not
Team stack is
Heroic.
not named big.
Heroic.
Okay. For me, it's OG. And then give me a bold prediction.
Bold prediction that um I don't know how bold this is, but um Tizian is the top fragger for big.
That is definitely a bold prediction. I like it.
Is it?
Um,
Okay, good.
to show you how strong my conviction play in Valde is, I think Valde goes for 60 plus frags. There's a good chance that I think he actually is plus 20, if not higher.
Okay.
I think he just goes absolutely off. So that's my bold predictions. I think Valde is at least plus 20, if not higher. And I think you
Yeah,
will
and
need him to be in the captain spot to win a GPP. Now, again, at 8,400, you have to get some value if you're going to plug him in the captain spot, but there are definitely some value players on this slate you can go with, like that cheap Issa down here, 4,600. But that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember, please like this video. Please comment down below. Drop a comment, drop a like, and please hit that subscribe button. Really helps us out. And in addition to helping us out, you guys get these videos notified to you wherever you are as soon as they load. Load/drop. However you all want to call it. I load, you all listen. Uh, yeah, definitely hit the subscribe button. It does us a huge favor, and you guys get this delivered directly to you as soon as these drop. Dan, final thoughts on this slate? If not, we're going to get out of here.
Oh yeah, don't get cute. Have a good night. Enjoy the games. 3 at a time. That's brilliant. That's like the red zone.
Listen, I'm just saying, Twitch has squad mode. That's all I'm saying.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't know that.
If all three of these games are on at the same time, there's a good chance we might actually have squad mode active for this. So you can get that
Okay.
you can get that triple box going. You can watch one game and the other two below. Just saying, you might be able to
Huh.
watch all three at once.
I got 2 phones.
I got two phones. Yes, squad mode. I think only available from a PC. I'm not sure if it's available on the Twitch app. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to Heroic and Complexity. Build around big tomorrow. 2 to 3 man stacks are big. If you're building anything greater than 20 plus lineups, get some Renegades exposure just in case. I think you're going to have to nail Heroic Complexity, OG, or Fun Plus Phoenix to win on this slate. For Dan, I'm Adam. We'll talk to you all later.
Peace out. Thanks, Adam.